I used to think that stories like mine were fake. People all around me told me how they changed their life after 50, or just as a spoonie. And I felt like, nah, it sounds good, but that can't be real. Until it happened to me. I was an ordinary spoonie grandma who thought my best days were gone. And I suddenly started learning that starting over can be softer than you fear and more possible than you can imagine. By the end of this video, you will understand how the most tiny little steps, consistent steps, even with limited energy, it can actually bring you the life that you had dreamt of. You just need to take that little tiny step. So are you ready? Let's go. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, well, is this it? Is this my life and how it's supposed to be? I've been there. I've done that. I kind of been the summer on there too. At 50 plus, I woke up hurting, exhausted, and totally drained out of confidence. Everything I did felt too late. Everyone around me said, nah, you can't do anything. Your time is gone. You see, I'm not special at all. I'm just a stubborn 50 plus grandma from Sweden, living with chronic pain. And I've done that for many, many years. And now I just felt like, no, this is enough. I got to start living my life, not just being alive. Well, that transformed my life tiny bit at a time. And now I'm happy to say I live on Bali for 6 months a year, healing my body. And I live in Sweden the other 6 months a year, making memories with my friends and family. If this sounds like something you want to do in your life, keep watching. I'm breaking down these lessons that may be possible for me, and it can make it possible for you too. Shift number 1, from fear to my first baby steps. When I started, I had zero confidence. Everything felt hard. I was looking online everywhere to find a solution that could help me because I didn't know where to start. And I'm so happy to say that after a lot of tries, I actually found the program that took me to where I am today. In this program, I learned and earned at the same time. And they taught me how to build an email list. They taught me how to do on social media. They even taught me the most important thing for me, and that was automation. Because automation respects my energy levels. I don't have the energy that healthy people have, right? I don't have all the energy in the world to do all the stuff. I had my spoons, and I have to respect my spoons and put them at the right thing to do that day. And automation made me do that. Another thing I learned in this program is because I am a perfectionist, I never wanted to do something if I felt it wasn't good enough. But here is the thing, done is better than perfect. I had some messy stuff, but I did it and I posted it because I knew that everything I do is a training. It's a muscle, and muscles need to be trained. You can't do anything from the beginning and expect a perfect result immediately, right? I learned that. You can learn that too. So messy starts still counts. Trust arrives after you have started, not before. And every single mistake you do contains a lesson. It teaches you how not to do and how to take the next step forward. So the more I failed, the less scary success felt. I knew I was going somewhere. And the only time in life that you do actually fail is when you do nothing. Because, as I usually say, quitters never win, and winners never quit. You see, every single win, every tiny win, builds its own momentum. It's like a snowball running downhill. And even on my low energy days, doing just one simple, gentle task, it proved to me that I was on my way. I wasn't stuck anymore. I was doing something. And as long as I was consistent of doing it and learned the different tools with automation, so I could be consistent even on my bad pain days, well, I was on my way. And that's what I want to teach you. I want to be your hope dealer. And that brings us to shift number 2. From comparison to compassion. Do you know one thing that always derailed me? Comparison. I have always compared myself to everyone else. And I'm sad to say that I always lost. I wasn't as good looking as they were. I wasn't as young as they were. I didn't have so much experience that they had. Oh, you can build a whole list with all the things. I compared myself to others. I looked around and I saw other women do their tasks half the time comparing to me, right? But what I didn't thought about was they had the energy, I don't. And they are not me. There's only one of me, right? And there's only one of you. No one can be you. So that I finally realized that my path was never meant to be the same as their path. Failure is not a stop sign. It doesn't define you. It's a bridge. It's a bridge to your new life. So all of this taught me patience, and it taught me grace and respect for my journey. And also, I have a new mission in life. I want to help 1,111 other spoonies, or people in general, to start their own online business so they can move on their journey to their dream life, right? We can do this. Another thing that I learned in this program was starting a community. And I felt like, nah, I can't do that. Who want to listen to me? But I was so wrong, because I started a community called Profit and Peace. You get to be around people who knows you, who knows your struggle, who knows your goals, because we had one goal in mind, and that is we want to succeed. If we want to make money, we want to have our own online business, or one of the other freedoms that I always talk about. It's time freedom, it's location freedom, and it's financial freedom. And inside of my community, we all care about each other. We all celebrate the small little wins, even if it's like doing the dishes without any pain that day. So if you're interested and want to join us or want to be around people who gets you, I'd leave a little link down below called Profit and Peace. So click on it and join us and see if it's for you. And that leads me to shift number 3, from isolation to growth. You see, being in a community taught me that I run my business for myself, but I'm never alone. And also, I was never too late. I was just right on time to tell my story. Together, we defined what growth meant to us, Spoonies. Because if you're living with chronic pain and limited energy, your goal, your growth, looks totally different if you compare it to someone with unlimited energy, right? This wasn't anything in like big numbers or huge goals. It was celebrating the small wins and learning to show up consistently. That's how I realized something wild. Success didn't have to be extraordinary. It just needed to feel possible. I started to see my online business like a therapy session with a paycheck, right? Peaceful automation that works for me 24/7 while I was resting. And now we are at shift number 4, from starting over to going strong. At some point, I stopped counting all the things that I lost and started celebrating all the small wins, because small wins stacks up. And suddenly you look around and finding out that You have actually built something, because starting over as a spoonie or after you're 50, it's not about rebuilding your past. It's about reclaiming your life back, your present life back, and your future. So now every time fear whispers in my ear, you are too late, you are too far behind, you don't look pretty enough, you're too old, I remind myself, I am ahead of the person I used to be. So if you are watching this and feel my feelings, that it's too late, it's not. You have so many chapters left to write in your life, but you have to do it. You have to take that step. And like I said, you are not alone in this. If you want to know more about the program, help me and so many others, I leave the link down below. It's called My Freedom Formula Blueprint. And that takes you to the next step, so you can take an educated decision if this solution is a solution for you too. So my friend, now I really would like you to comment down below. What one thing that's holding you back to start living your life, not just being alive? Write it down, let us share it, and let's tackle it together. Because your pain doesn't define who you are. Your resilience does. Go slow, go steady, go kind. And as always, start living your life, not just being alive. YouTube have picked up the perfect next video for you. But before we go, I want to remind you, don't forget, grab your links down below, the one to Profit and Peace, my communities for Spoonies, and also the Freedom Formula Blueprint, the guide that shows you how I got where I am today and how you can do it too. Until we meet again, toodaloo.